Hello and welcome on the program Total Woman on 84 TV Radio. Today we're looking at women in politics, the journey so far. Women's political participation is a cardinal requirement for gender equity in any democracy. And according to social scientists, full participation in politics is the bedrock of engagement in decision-making process. For too long, women have not had fair and equitable representation politically across the globe, but they are not relenting in lending their voices to issues on political developments. Over the years, some have used different means, especially the mass media, to clamor for effective participation in politics. Some of the recent international successes include the current Vice President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris. Back home in Nigeria, women are not doing so badly either, as we have some of them as head of government agencies and as deputy governors, just like the current Ogun State Deputy Governor, Mrs. Noimot Salako Oyedele. So today on the show, our guests, who is an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and a chairmanship candidate for the Abuja Municipal Area Council AMAC election, will talk to us on the journey so far for women participating in politics. Mena Oswald is my guest.
Thank you.
You're welcome on Total Woman.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited. Okay, so let's look at Mena Oswald. How did you get here, knowing you are contesting for the chairmanship of AMAC? How and why did you venture into politics?
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm Nigerian, I'm human, I'm above 18 years, and so I'm eligible to be a politician. It has nothing to do with gender. It actually shouldn't have anything to do with your gender. I mean, politics is open for both male and female. And when you're above 18, you're eligible to become a voter or participate actively in politics. And so I thought it wise to be a part of politics and be part of the decision makers in Nigeria in order to effect the positive change that we all clamor for. And that's why I'm here.
There's a lot of misconception about young people, not wanting to go into politics, or why did they go to politics?
Yeah.
How did you get to this point where you developed such an interest and have such an awareness that, look, I want to be actively involved from now on at this young age? Because you could be doing something else.
Yeah, well, it's all about your passion in life, and I've always been someone who loves to advocate for positive change in all aspects of life. And that I've been doing in the humanitarian sector before now. Even when I was in school, I was always outspoken, you know. So it's something that has actually always been a part of me. You know, I knew I was going to be here, but I never knew it was going to be in politics. And then after the NSAS protest, I felt it was about time I get involved actively now in order to protect Nigerian youth and also be a voice for the Nigerian woman and youth. And then there's been a whole lot of attack on women and the girl child especially. So I feel if we don't come out now, then we will never have the opportunity to again. Time is going, the clock is ticking. Every day you spend without achieving something positive is a day wasted, and you can never get it back. And so I felt, okay, I think enough is enough. This is the time for someone, for a woman that has the heart for the people, basically. And you know how it is, women, we are more compassionate as mothers and wives. So we're the only ones that can actually protect our young ones, protect the Nigerian youth, protect our offspring. As a woman, every child is your child. That's a woman for you. And every young one is your young one. And so when I see the attack on the girl child, on children in schools, and all of that, it breaks my heart every day. It's even more scary for me as a woman when you feel like, okay, your children are not safe. You're not even safe yourself as a woman. And so if you feel you're strong enough and you're bold enough, you have the capacity, the ability, and all that it takes to get involved and protect the girl child from the leadership angle, then why not come out and do it? So
Okay,
that's
I
why I'm
hear you
here.
say things like boldness, courage, tenacity, have what it takes.
Yeah.
Now, what are these things that you need to have as a woman, as a youth, for you to venture into politics? Because it's actually what people regard as a terrain for men or terrain for the older ones, not for young people. So there's so many misconceptions about it. Probably you would like to correct those misconceptions and tell us what we need to have as young people to venture into these waters.
Like I said earlier, when you're 18 years and you're educated enough, then you should become active starting from the grassroots. Now, this is the whole idea. Politics is about, ordinarily should be service to humanity, okay? But then, while you're in the forefront to become a leader and a role model, the people should look up to you positively, right? Unfortunately, that's not how it's been so far in Nigerian politics. So then, when you're in school, when you're in your community, it doesn't matter where you are in the village or any aspect of life or environment you find yourself, you become bold enough to speak out for people, whether you're a man or you're a woman. But when you're 18 years, you're eligible, you become qualified to first get your voter's card, because that's also one, your passport to change the situation of things, to change bad governance, to change what you don't like in the system. You use your votes to vote the bad government out and vote in a new government, or you decide to keep the bad government and do away with the good one. So it depends on where you find yourself and who you feel you are. If you feel you're someone that don't like to just ignore bad things when you see them, things going wrong, then work towards making a change. And it's not by protest and violence, fighting people, accusing people, staying at home and speaking about the ills in the society.
Especially on social media.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is also not helping the situation of things. If you want to make that difference and help change the situation of things, then you have to make the bold step. Choose a political party, get registered, and first get the knowledge about politics. Get educated about politics. Attend political academies. Okay, like the Women in Politics Forum, they go to different states to educate young women about politics. In order to have them get involved in politics, you have to get educated about it first, so you don't have a wrong impression that politics is about you going in to make money for yourself. No, you have to understand that politics is about service to humanity. Is a platform where you have to ride on to change the situation of things. Like I always try to tell people that, what makes you think that when you're in leadership, when you have all the money and the people are impoverished, you're happy? How do you even sleep when people can't even say anything nice about you? You get scared of coming out and walking on the streets and even greeting your people. You can't even eat in the public because you're scared. Does that make any sense to you? So what's the point having all the money then and driving the best cars and you still have a trailer load of security? Doesn't make any sense. So if you know that you're doing the right thing, you're not going to be scared to live in fear with all the securities in the world. Okay? Now when you're there and you're reaching out to the people, you're making the people happy, then you can come out at night and still buy your bole or roasted corn on the road and still wave at your people and you're happy. I bet you that your own people, your community, your neighbors, the people around you will protect you to a fault. They will never let any harm come to you because they see you as the one who takes care of them, who makes them happy, who provides a roof over their head. That is where we talk about infrastructural development in the community for the people. Then they know that you're the one who provides food. They can't sleep hungry. That is where empowerment comes. Because you empower the people. You don't let them sleep hungry. And everybody is positively busy. That is where skills come into play. When everyone is busy, there's collective prosperity. There's happiness. First, before being a politician, I'm a Christian girl. So I always tell people that even the Bible says that when the righteous rule, the people are happy. And that is how it should be. So when you're there with that positive mindset that, look, enough of this, I want my people to be happy, you are the spokesperson for the people, not for yourself and your family alone. You're there to represent the people. You're there to take care of the people. Everybody cannot be in government. So if you have been chosen to be there to represent the people, that is what you should do.
So you paint it to look so enticing, so beautiful, so
That's
so
what it should be,
listening
actually.
to you, I want to go into it. But there are reasons that I'm sure that it's not exactly the way you have painted it.
Yeah.
What are the ills that we have?
Unfortunately, is the greed of the people. Now, the younger ones unfortunately feel that is what it's meant to be. And that is not how it should be. So when they start making politics less beneficial
Yeah.
for themselves as leaders first, then we'll see. The good people will start coming out because now you're not coming for the benefit. I bet you, do you know how much a senator takes home, the allowance and all of it? And the people are suffering. We still have people up until now that when they see clean water, it's a miracle in this AMAC. I can tell you that because I have been to a lot of communities and I have seen people suffer. And I was able to do the few that I could, provide the little I could during anniversaries like my birthdays with different NGOs, because I'm a mental health ambassador for Secure the Future International Initiative. And I'm also with Rainbow for Ashes, Beautiful Ashes Initiative as well, okay? So what we do is we always make our time to do community services, do reach out projects and all of it. We provide boreholes for communities. So you can imagine the kind of communities I've been to. I've even been to Ebonyi State, different states. And then I saw a plot of land. Is it plot of land, really? Acres of land that is owned by one person. And in that community where you have such property producing rice and the rest, oh my God, you have no idea the people are suffering like. And then I began to wonder, so how do these people manage when it rains heavily?
With so much wealth.
Oh my
and no
God.
development. Wow. I'll take a short break. When I come back,
No.
I want to see what you would do different
Thank you.
now that you're going into politics. All right, it's still Total Woman on AD4 TV Radio. My name is Muti Olori, and I'll take a short break right now. When I come back, we will look at my guests. Personally, what are the changes we can bring in? Because sometimes it's easy to see things on the other side. But when you're involved, how are you going to turn the dice around? I'll take a short break. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Intentional by Adams unveils 2021 Christmas sales on selected items. Date 18th through 23rd December 2021. Venue Intentional by Adams store at Drumsticks Building, Lagos Street, Gariki 2, Abuja. You can also shop on our website at www.intentionalbyadams.com or across our social media platforms at Intentional by Adams. Don't miss this extravaganza. Intentional by Adams, live your style.
Welcome back. It's the Total Woman on AD4 TV Radio, and we're talking about women in politics, the journey so far, especially for youths, young women going into politics, seeing it as life, what it is, trying to change the narrative and rewrite the misconceptions that people have always had about young people going into politics. And so my guest is a young lady who is vying for the position of the chairman of AMAC in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Mina Horsfall. So, you've said so many things about the hills, what is wrong, what's not happening, and we've heard this. Because during campaigns, people say all manner of things and promise all heaven and earth, and when it gets in there, it's different. What are you going to do differently that has not been done? And how do you think you will succeed? What is it that you have that when you get into that office will be different?
All I'm going to say is that you have tried A, you have tried B, it's time to try C. Now I'm a woman, and first of all, I stand for collective prosperity, social justice, and compassionate leadership. That means in my government, we're going to have the need of the people are going to be our priority, first of all. And then security is also going to be a priority for us. Like I said earlier, when the people are safe and secure, you're also safe, and your life will also be secure. You're even going to live a longer life. I want to have a happy life. I want to have a beautiful life. And I want a situation whereby when I'm in government, people will see the difference about what government and governance should be. Now, a lot of people, unfortunately, have been discouraging me that, hey, it's easy to say, but when you get there, you'll understand that there are powers that are going to hold you. And I'm like, listen, politics should not be jinxed, okay? If you believe in that, then that's what it's going to be. I don't want to believe that. I refuse to believe it. I reject it. That is not going to be my situation. I am going to make them understand that, listen, in every government that women are administrators, if you find out, all over the world, women are better administrators. Angela Merkel, Germany, Ngozi Iweala, Dora Akunyili. So when you have this kind of people as role model, you admire them. Why not? Donald Duke, His Excellency, always said his wife was his great motivation and inspiration to good government during his time. That's what a good woman can do and can be. And as a woman, wife, mother, the people, their welfare will be my priority. Their safety will be my priority. I bet you nobody will sleep hungry. Everybody will be positively busy. The security agents and the youths will be friends and work together.
Now, have you been exposed to governors, to budgets, to allocation, to all these issues? You know, because sometimes you hear politicians or people in government say things like, oh, the allocation, what they do for budget, it's not as enough, the monies are not released, how do we generate? So they put a lot of pressure, especially in this environment where you're contesting for. You have a lot of pressure where the people are made to pay tax, the people are made to suffer, to generate funds, the people are put under all forms of oppression and suppression because they need money to be able to run the government. What will you do differently when you have a situation where the purse is empty when you get there? How will you be able to do this, feed people, make them go to bed? What are you going to do when you have this situation on ground?
We're going to look into that when we get there. But one thing I can assure you that there is going to be development. There's going to be a huge positive turnaround. That I can assure you. Talking about the taxes on the people in AMAC, especially business owners, we're going to see how we can make it easier for them to run their business. Instead of killing their business, we're going to make it easier for them to run their business effectively and profitably in AMAC. I'm also a business owner. I have a shop in Zone 5. I'm into perfumes, as well as I'm in showbiz as an actor. So I hear people complain a lot about the tax in AMAC is too much, because I've also been in that situation where we have to complain, the rates, the charges are too much. Something about Nigerians that people don't understand. We are good people. If you're tasking us, okay, and we're seeing what you're doing with the money that is being put back into development, we will not complain. We like the good life, we like good things. I'm exposed enough, I've traveled to a whole lot of countries in a short while, and I'm always happy and impressed when I'm there. In fact, we want to even live longer. But when you're here and you're paying so much and you're getting nothing in return, you will definitely complain and curse before making those payments.
You know, like somebody said that thoughts alone is stressful living in
yes.
Nigeria. Then talk about going out and meeting the streets.
Yeah,
You know, when you just think about how am I going to go today? Traffic, this, bad roads,
yeah.
you know, school
Traffic,
fees,
bad road, nothing is working.
prices, nothing.
Yeah.
And then
you just keep spending.
yes, and then
spending.
you buy your electricity and you find out that they've increased the price you're getting lower for higher price. You know, there's so much. And then we talk
Yeah.
about the hospitals and so many. And these
Yeah.
are quite discouraging for a
Yes,
lot of
and this
people.
is actually what the tax money is supposed to be put into. That's why I said, if we see what you're doing with our money, we will not complain. Because we're people, we're human beings, we're not animals, and we're not monsters. We want to enjoy the good life. If you go overseas, you pay for, the only thing you don't pay for is the air you breathe. Do you understand?
But everything is working.
But everything is
And
working.
you're seeing what you're paying for.
Yes.
In fact, social services are included
Oh
in
my
whatever you
God.
pay for the
Yes.
people.
So you still want to go there and live, even if you're not coming back home after so many years with anything in return. The fact that you're just comfortable, it affects you positively, spiritually, psychologically, and otherwise.
Well, I see your passion. I see how committed you are, and I see that you have it laid down what you're going to do.
Yeah.
But on AD4 TV Radio, we want to say we're proud of you, seeing that a woman and a young woman coming out, you know, to want to vie for not councillorship,
No.
but for the chairmanship.
Oh yes, Chairman.
Won't people say you're kind of ambitious?
It's okay. It's not a bad ambition though. It's a good one.
All right. So anyone watching you who really want to go for politics, as a young person, but they seem to like, I don't have energy for all this wahala, most of the things we have enumerated here. I don't want problem. I don't want this. You know, it's evil. They can kill. I hear there are these. You know, so many things. What would you have to say to young people who you see they have prospect, they have good
Yeah, a
vision
lot
for
of them.
Nigeria. They have, you know, they know what it should be, but like you said, you have to be in it to
Yeah.
be able to create the change. So what will you tell them?
There are challenges everywhere. The money challenge is there. The fact that a woman is there, the assholes and all, people trying to pull you down and everything is there. But if you're strong, you believe in yourself, in your dreams and your vision, it's for the people, then you'll make it. Now, I always tell people that evil can never prevail over good. I'm a very strong Christian girl, so I always tell people that hold on to your faith, be prayerful. If you think other people are doing something evil, contrary to the word of God, then you as a Christian, you should do your own, which is to pray and pray and pray. Even if you don't make it now, don't give up. Just keep pushing. You're going to get there. It's not a do or die affair for me. I always tell people, I don't have opponents in politics. Everybody is my colleague. Provided you're in politics, you're my colleague. So let's be friends. Let's not fight. If I win, let's work together. If you win, let's work together. It's okay. And let's stop with the anti-party thing. That is what is killing us. So you feel you're making sacrifices for your party, not the people. Then there's a whole lot of problem. I'm going to be the chairman of AMAC by the grace of God, February 12th. I'm going to have councillors who are going to be from APC, from PDP, from ADC, from YPP, while I am National Rescue Movement candidate for AMAC, right? It's okay. Let's sit down and work together since we have the same goal and vision that is for the people. And in the end, everybody's going to be happy and we're going to support each other to grow even bigger. it's okay.
So never allow the assumptions, the fears you see deter you
Yeah.
from
Just
serving
keep
the
pushing
people and keep pushing.
and keep doing the right thing. You're going to make it.
Thank you so much, Mena, for being
Thank
my
you.
guest today. All right, you've heard it. Even the United Nations advocates that more women should get into politics. And it's called inclusion in global politics as a way of tracking development. So the more women we have, the merrier the process, especially as Nigeria is getting into the 2023 global general elections. So are you just going to fold your hands, sit down, and say this is the way it should be on social media? Or you take a step to 1, get your voters card, 2, join a political party, 3, learn what politics is, and 4, get involved. Join as many women's group as you can so that you'll be able to sell your ideas and get the women to understand that you have what it is. Together we can? Yes, we can. Thank you very much. And that is all for the program today. I'll be with you again next week with another guest and another subject. Thank you very much and God bless. Bye-bye.